Hello everyone and welcome back to Empowered Working Mums. My name is Nora. Today we are revisiting the topic of mum guilt. Now listen, I want us to take mum guilt from a different angle or a different perspective. Instead of looking at how we can manage mum guilt, let's look at how we can use mum guilt as a tool for personal growth, as a tool for finding that balance. So not just managing it, but using it for our benefit. Hear me out. Rather than seeing mum guilt as something that we need to fight, let's see it as something that can help us shift our mindset. So what we're going to do is we're going to prevent that guilt from taking root, and we're going to use it to align with what truly matters. All right, let's go. Number one, we're going to redefine guilt as a signal. So whenever we feel that feeling of guilt, we're not going to think that this is the enemy. We're going to think that there's something that's going on. Am I prioritizing something that doesn't align with my values? So you're feeling guilty about missing your kid's school play. Forget about the guilt. What we need to understand is that the fact that we even have that feeling means that we value being in attendance for our children. We value being present for our children. So what can we now do to ensure that going forward we are present? Going forward we can actually be there. You are committing to yourself to attending the next one. This is how you overcome guilt. There's no point dwelling on what you haven't done. Rather focus on what you can do. Number two, it's time to flip the script. Turn guilt into something positive. In other words, turn guilt into gratitude. How do you flip it? I'm sure that's what you're asking right now. So you're feeling guilty about working late. But the gratitude or how you can feel grateful is that you remind yourself that the fact that you're able to work late, the fact that you're able to even do these hours is the reason why your children are able to do this and that. It's the reason why you're able to take them on wonderful holidays. It's the reason why you're able to give them the best gifts during Christmas. It's the reason why your children are wearing the best shoes. Your children are well taken care of. Your children live in a beautiful home. There are so many reasons or so many things. Your children have the best healthcare. It's because you're able to work. So we've turned this guilt of working late and working long hours into something that we can actually be grateful for. Number three, it's time to proactively set boundaries to prevent guilt. Often you find that guilt arises because we agree to do things that are necessarily not within our comfort zone, or we overcommit to things and therefore we fail to set boundaries. This is an opportunity for us to set boundaries. Let our no be no and our yes be yes. If we cannot commit to something, just say you can't. Number four, focus on alignment, not perfection. No one is perfect. We are all just trying our very best. When we talk about balance, we're not talking about doing everything perfectly. It's about aligning your actions with your core values and your priorities. So you can take 10 minutes, write down your priorities, and let those priorities be a guide to you whenever you have to make any decision. Number five, celebrate small acts of alignment. Celebrate the good things that you do. Celebrate the positive things that you're doing that is moving you away from guilt and taking you to that place of gratitude, of positivity. It's time for you to identify and release guilt triggers. If there are certain things that trigger you to feel guilty, that trigger you to feel overwhelmed, get rid of it. If it's social media, if it's scrolling on TikTok, if it's Instagram, seeing other families doing things or mothers doing this with their children, cooking with their children, and you never have time. If these are things that trigger guilt, get rid of them. And finally, just have that mindset of growth. Whenever you feel guilty, ask yourself, what can I do to improve from this? What can I do to grow from this?